It's very exciting. It's like throwing gasoline on a bucket of fire. You know, I'm very competitive, and I'm looking to be competitive in a fight. Well, Canelo's the face of boxing. He's the best fighter for Terrence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terrence Crawford out there, so that's why Terrence Crawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another.
Terrence Crawford is not just stepping into a potential mega fight. He's stepping into a moment that could define his legacy forever. With the boxing world buzzing about a Crawford versus Canelo matchup, the intensity is real and the warnings are loud. Crawford's recent statements, along with reactions from fighters like Amir Khan and Bivol, form a clear picture. This fight isn't just about belts or rankings. It's about pride, skill, and legacy. Let's break down 10 key insights that reveal exactly what Crawford is thinking and why Canelo should be on high alert. Terrence Crawford made it crystal clear this potential fight will be the biggest moment of his career. That kind of statement doesn't come lightly from someone who has already dominated multiple weight classes and collected world titles. What makes this bout different is the sheer magnitude of the challenge. Facing Canelo Alvarez, a larger, heavier, globally recognized icon, would place Crawford on a grander stage than ever before. The way he speaks about the opportunity reflects deep respect, but also unwavering confidence. He's not approaching it with fear. He's approaching it with anticipation.
Canelo Alvarez. I'm very excited. You know, this is the biggest fight of my career if it happened, and I'm just looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Crawford isn't jumping into this potential fight blindly. He's been watching Canelo's every move, examining his achievements, analyzing his style, and identifying cracks in the armor. This is the mindset of a tactician. Even though the two haven't shared a ring before, Crawford is building an internal dossier on his rival. He's not just fighting a man, he's studying a case. This kind of preparation signals that Crawford is not relying on raw talent alone. He's preparing to outthink and outmaneuver one of the most successful boxers of this era.
This you know what I mean? Looking over the landscape of boxing and the opportunities and the accomplishment that Canelo had, and you know, sizing them up and things like that. I know we ain't never been in the ring before, but you know, it's a great opportunity for me in my career.
Amir Khan chimes in with a brutally honest assessment. Size alone won't win this fight. In fact, it could be a distraction. He emphasizes that in a clash between two elite pound-for-pound fighters, boxing IQ becomes a key weapon. Khan's commentary highlights the intelligence both fighters bring to the ring. He acknowledges the weight difference, but suggests that if anyone can overcome that with smarts, it's Crawford. It's a warning to fans and analysts alike. Don't get lost in the numbers. The real battle will be fought in timing, strategy, and brain power.
I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ, the right box IQ, you know what I mean? You need to be smart. And someone like Canelo fighting against Crawford, you need more than power, you need more than speed, you need ring IQ, you need literally everything, because this is the two best pound-for-pound fighters who are going to be fighting each other, even though Crawford is going to be giving away a lot of weight. But I feel that it could go either way.
Crawford doesn't hide a competitive fire. In fact, he fans it into an inferno. His description of this fight isn't calculated or cold. It's emotional and electric. He sees it as pure combustion. He thrives on intensity, and this potential matchup is gasoline on his flame. The timing, the stakes, the opponent, everything about this screams high voltage. He's not just aiming to compete. He's aiming to ignite. This kind of energy suggests he'll walk into the ring with nothing held back. For Canelo, that could mean trouble from the opening bell.
It's very exciting. It's like throwing gasoline on a bucket of fire. You know, I'm very competitive, and I'm looking to be competitive in a fight.
Bivol brings an outside but highly relevant perspective. Having faced Canelo himself, he believes Crawford is hungrier and more dangerous than recent opponents. What stands out is Bivol's emphasis on mentality. Crawford doesn't just want to fight, he needs it. His drive, his activity, and his champion mindset are what will make this matchup anything but routine. Bivol is essentially saying that Crawford won't give Canelo the breathing room he's had in previous fights, and that pressure could create cracks we haven't seen in Canelo's game before.
I think Crawford wants this fight a lot. He wants this fight, and I think he will be more active than Canelo's previous opponent, and he has different mentality. He has champion mentality. I think fight will be much more.
When Crawford talks about Canelo being the face of boxing, he does so with genuine respect. But make no mistake, it's also a challenge. He wants to fight the best, and in his eyes, Canelo is at the top of the mountain. It's not envy, it's ambition. Crawford understands that to reach true greatness, you have to dethrone a king. This mindset frames the fight not as a grudge match, but as a legacy-defining clash between two titans. Crawford's targeting Canelo not out of malice, but out of a burning desire to prove he belongs among the elite.
Well, Canelo's the face of boxing. He's the best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there, so that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another.
Amir Khan returns with an insightful breakdown of how weight could tip the scales, literally. He gives Crawford the edge at 154 or lower, but once the fight shifts to 160 or 168, he believes the tide turns in Canelo's favor. This isn't just about muscle, it's about momentum, force, and durability. Khan isn't dismissing Crawford's skills. He's simply warning that the weight jump could be the most dangerous aspect of the fight. Still, he admits Crawford could pose problems even at higher weights, which shows just how good Crawford really is.
Such a negative fighter, like not negative in the sense that Skull was very.
Skull wasn't really exchanging or standing there with Canelo, so he was running all the time. I don't know, some judges don't like to see that, you know what I mean? Fans don't like to see that, but I mean, at the same time, if you look at it, he was making him miss and he was countering Canelo, so it could have gone either way, you know what I mean? But look,
Crawford doesn't dodge the weight questions. He confronts them head on. His response is direct and confident. We'll see in the ring. It's that kind of cool, grounded mindset that sets champions apart. Instead of feeding into speculation, he trusts the process. He knows fans and critics are concerned about the size difference, but his confidence says otherwise. His focus is purely on performance, not pre-fight noise. That kind of mental toughness, the ability to block out the doubt, is what gives Crawford a psychological edge before the first bell even rings.
Everyone's talking about the weight differences. What's your kind of response to that, Terence?
That's why we fight the fight. So September 12th, we all gonna see if the weight gonna make a difference or not.
When asked whether this would be the first of two fights, or even a farewell, Crawford didn't entertain it. He immediately shut it down with a simple mantra, one fight at a time. This is a vital insight into his mindset. He's not chasing a storyline, he's chasing execution. He's not planning for rematches or legacies or retirement tours. He's zeroed in on this moment, this challenge, and this opponent. In a sport where distractions can cost you everything, Crawford's tunnel vision could be one of his most powerful assets.
Difference or not?
Do you want to fight him twice and then retire? Is that kind of the ideal thing for you?
One fight at a time, one fight at a time.
Amir Khan ends a string of comments with something heavy, a personal warning. He openly says he advised Crawford not to take this fight. That speaks volumes. Khan isn't doubting Crawford's ability. He's warning about the consequences of giving up too much physical ground. He acknowledges Crawford's strength and stature at welterweight, but sees Canelo as simply too big, too strong, and too punishing. It's an honest, almost brotherly caution, but one that shows how serious this challenge is. Still, Crawford's refusal to back down sends its own chilling message. He's coming anyway.
Wow, he boxed so well as well. I mean, Devin Haney as well, like someone who I've sparred back in the day. So you know what? I'm happy with all the guys that won. It was a great performance by them all, and I wish them all the very best, man.
Just a quick one. Haney got criticised for his performance last night. What?
A win's a win, bro. You know what I mean? People can say all they want. He's been at the ring a long.
Dimitri Bivol continues his insightful analysis by pointing out a major difference Crawford will bring: pressure. In Canelo's last fight, his opponent gave him far too much room, letting Canelo rest, reset, and dictate the pace. Bivol doesn't believe Crawford will make that mistake. This is a subtle but crucial warning. Crawford's style won't allow Canelo to coast or breathe easy. Every moment will be contested. Bivol knows firsthand how rhythm affects elite fighters, and if Crawford breaks that rhythm, he could dismantle Canelo's strategy before it fully forms.
I think Crawford will not let Canelo just walking on the ring when he wants, you know, because we could see this fight. Canelo did everything. When he wanna rest, he could rest easy, you know, in this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, when he wants to work, that guy didn't give him work. He just rest.
You've
And I think with Crawford, it will be harder to rest.
After his recent bout, Canelo admitted to some frustration. While he secured the win, it didn't come with the kind of fireworks he wanted. Why? His opponent showed up only to survive. That's not how you beat or impress Canelo Alvarez. He wants a fight, not a dance partner. This is where Crawford's attitude becomes even more important. Canelo respects opponents who push him and bring real danger. If Crawford shows up to fight, not flee, it could bring out a version of Canelo that's more aggressive and intense than we've seen in years.
I win, you know. I come to put a great show, but you know, to put a great show, you need both fighters. So, but at the end of the day, win is a win.
Are you frustrated with Williams' score?
Yeah, a little bit, but.
What did you say to him at the end of the fight?
I say to him, you know, you just come to, you can not win a fight like that, fighting like that, and he say, I'm sorry, you know, it's my first time, and I just try to put a good fight, and I'm so
The legendary Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. weighs in with a measured take. He predicts that the early rounds may be tricky for Canelo due to Crawford's elusive style, comparing it to the Cuban school of movement and footwork. However, Chavez believes that by the second half of the fight, Canelo's pressure will start taking effect. This insight is important. Even boxing royalty understands that Crawford will present a puzzle early on. The real question